to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times.
Hey everybody, it's Mickey, and in today's video I am sharing my 2020 Christmas home tour. So if you are new here and you like decor, DIY, organizing, cooking, and planning videos, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. Most of my home tour videos begin here in the front hallway, and this has always been my favorite place to decorate for every season. Although Christmas will be very quiet this year, I wanted to decorate the whole house and make it festive for the holiday season. On top of my white cabinet, I have my usual Santa and his sleigh piled up with some fun holiday brown paper packages that I shared in my last video. I got this Santa and sleigh years ago, I think at Michael's, and I look forward to putting them up every year. Over above my skirted table is that square balsam wreath that I have been decorating, throughout the last couple seasons. I made a new Farm Fresh Christmas tree sign that I think looks really great with that big buffalo check bow. Below, I put together a whole new arrangement here in a crate that I found at Michael's. I have some holiday picks, a metal lantern, and a farmhouse reindeer. I even added a small set of battery-operated lights so that it can light up every night. Heading off into the living room, I have carried over that red and black buffalo check ribbon from the hallway. I have a blanket scarf on the side of my sofa and a little pine bundle on our secretary desk. The flock Christmas tree in this room I bought at Walmart probably like 2 years ago, and I really love it. This year I've added some mesh ribbon throughout to make it look a little bit fuller, and I always use really large decorations as ornaments. Some of the ornaments on this tree are really special to us. They have been, collected over the years on trips and when my husband traveled overseas for work. Over on my grandmother's sewing machine, I have a picture of my mom, who is a Christmas baby. She was born on December 25th, and there is also one of my small nativity figurines with a little dish of ivory buttons. On the coffee table, as usual, is one of my vintage typewriters, all dressed up with a big fluffy bow and some pine, along with a picture of my hubby when he was a little guy sitting on Santa's lap, and a Christmas card from one of you. I don't have too much to share here in my dining room. My hubby has been using this spot as his work at home space since last March. I've really loved having him at home, and I don't know how he's ever going to go back to work at this point. But over on my corner cabinet, I just have a few things that I found at the Target dollar spot this year. The sign in the middle there, it was a gift from a really good friend of mine, and the garland is made from those little felt balls and trees cut out with my Cricut. So I filmed this home tour over a couple days, and today we woke up to a ton of snow, which is really beautiful, but it makes a house a little dark. So I hope you'll be able to see everything pretty well here in the family room. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that my favorite thing at Christmas time are pine trees, and here on my china cabinet I have a couple snow globes that I made a few years ago with that little red truck inside with snow and pine trees. I have a string of pine cone lights and a bunch of little bottle brush trees surrounding everything. I have always loved having a ton of pillows on my sofa, and I switch them out pretty much for every season, but I think my favorite season of all, of course, is Christmas time with the red buffalo checks and plaids. I just think it looks so fun. Most of these pillows here are pillow covers that I found on Amazon, and I'll leave links for you guys down below to the ones that I found. Now, the antler pillow and the one with the buffalo checked trees, I believe I got either at Michael's or Home Goods. Big pine tree sign was a DIY that I shared in a previous video that I'll leave a link for you guys up above. The garlands there are just those little felt balls and trees that I cut out using my Cricut. On our family room tree, we have a lot of name ornaments of members of the family. I have my parents, my in-laws, all those important people to us, along with a lot of homemade ornaments. Our mantle this year is pretty much the same as last year. I did add a little bit of a pine garland using a lot of picks that I had found at Hobby Lobby, some red and black buffalo check ribbon, and pine cones from the yard. Down on the fireplace, I have a basket of cozy blankets for cold nights, some Santa's reindeer, and a couple strands of a wooden bead garland that I had made a couple years back. I also have one of my other vintage typewriters all dressed up with a little snow globe that I made from the Dollar Tree, some ribbon, and down below a little bottle brush tree next to the picture of my son, Dan. Since this is going to be a pretty quiet Christmas, I went easy on the Christmas decorations here in the kitchen. I usually do like a full tablescape with dishes and everything, but this year I just did a little centerpiece with a tall Santa, reindeer, and a tiny pine tree. On the wall behind the table, I have my little tiny mug rack that I like to change out, with all the seasons. I have 3 Santa mugs that my kids used when they were really young, and I have a DIY reindeer sign that I shared in my last video. Favorite spot that I decorated this year is this cabinet area in my kitchen. I have a little reindeer theme going on here. I shared with you guys in a previous video the wreath above. Now below I have a tiered tray with a Rae Dunn reindeer snack canister, the Christmas teapot, and next to it I have the Santa cookies canister, the reindeer topped mug, and who doesn't have a reindeer hat for their marshmallow cup? On the other side of the kitchen, we have a little cocoa station all set up with our Keurig and a little tier tray that I found at the Target dollar spot. The candy cane tree I found at Michael's. There's another one of those little snow globes that I made from the Dollar Tree. I have a couple Rae Dunn Christmas mugs and that Santa's milk and cookie sign I made with my Cricut. The rest of the kitchen you have seen probably several times in previous videos. My favorite new additions are those little Target wreaths above my stove, which are new this year, and I added a few holiday touches alongside my sink and in the window above. The last stop on our 2020 Christmas home tour is our little powder room, which is off of our front hallway. On the door, I have one of those square balsam wreaths that I added just a little candy cane sign that I found at Michael's a couple years ago, along with a really big black and white buffalo checked bow. Inside on the counter, I have a 2-tier tray that I found at Target dollar spot last year, and all decorated with a little Merry Christmas sign, bottle brush trees, and pieces that I have had for a really long time. The little red guest towel I found at Home Goods, and the ice skate ornaments are from the Target dollar spot. So thank you all so much for watching my Christmas home tour video. I want to remind you about our 4th annual Christmas card exchange. I will put the address and details in the information section down below. I really hope that you all participate. I would love to hear from you. Please join our community over on Facebook and Instagram at My Bashful Life. Please don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you all back as part of our YouTube family. So until I see you in that next video, I hope that you love the life that you have, be kind to each other, stay safe, and I will see you again soon. Bye!